Yeah, maybe for some people it's really legitimately not helpful to ever masturbate, and finding complete sobriety from it is the best path forward. And maybe for others they've found a way to to sin less, to have less consequence of like temptation to porn or temptation to hook up with a guy or what have you, because they masturbate instead. Like there's all kinds of different vantage points in this conversation. So I don't know. I hope it's the first part of a conversation that we continue to have about just listening to each other and just showing grace and empathy. For years and years and years, masturbation is something that's elicited a lot of shame. From those childhood days of recording my quote-unquote last time on a whiteboard, a definitive line in the sand that after a few days or weeks wasn't as definitive. The line's not as solid, more easily erased than I thought. And I feel the weight of that shame from the lustful thoughts, the fantasies that accompanied the act. And there have been many stretches of my life where I've been utterly dependent on the act to soothe whatever stress I was feeling at the time. Be it loneliness, be it lack of purpose, be it relational conflict, be it some combination of all of these, the stress of life. And I can't help feeling that this shame, like a weight that I carry with me from one day to the next, isn't what God has for me, isn't what He has for any of His children. For years, I journaled about my struggle with masturbation and lust, always using coded language in my writings, terrified of someone finding it. And while I would certainly never claim to have overcome the struggle of shame when it comes to my lust, when it comes to my thought patterns, I find myself grateful that there's more space, more arenas to have these hard conversations, and to be reassured that I'm not the only one still trying to find my way through the fog. When Love Sees You is a song sung by Mac Powell in the first person voice of Jesus. And so much of the lyrics come from the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 5, when Jesus speaks to the masses and says quite plainly, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." And I have to believe that in this particular issue of masturbation, that so many people are truly hungering and thirsting for righteousness, a pureness of heart, a desire to see the face of God through all of their struggles, sexual or otherwise. And Powell's song speaks into the struggle, speaks into the story, the human story that we all live. Tell me your story, show me your wounds, and I'll show you what love sees when love looks at you. Hand me the pieces, broken and bruised, and I'll show you what love sees when love sees you. I see what I made in your mother's womb, and I see the day I fell in love with you. I see your tomorrows, nothing left to chance. I see my father's fingerprints. I see your story, I see my name, written on every beautiful page. You see the struggle, you see the shame, I see the reason I came. I came for your story. I came for your wounds, to show you what love sees when I see you. And so, my brothers, on this boundless road with countless voices crying for our attention and devotion, may we ever strive with each step not to allow ourselves, our bodies, our minds to be beholden to another. May we take great joy in the bodies we've been given, and may we discern how rightly to use them. May our shame be lessened and loosened for the things we've done, the thoughts we've strayed from, the ways we've lost our bearing. May our navigation ever be pointed Christward through the clouds and the gray. God, go with us in our foggy navigations, the places we desperately need His wisdom, His presence, His relentless entering into our uncertainties, His granting us peace, rest, empathy, sweet peace and rest for our own souls, and deep empathy for those searching, those still finding their way, including ourselves.